Beautiful. We're going live. Going live, everybody. We're live on YouTube. I'm just making sure we're set up properly on Facebook. Everybody, just give me 1 second here as we get this going. All right, hold on. We're going to go live. Let's do a quick. I got to just make sure we are set up everywhere here. All right. All right. As we are getting it together here, just take it a second. Live. All right. So right now, let's get at it here. All right, we're hitting it live. Right now, we are live on um, YouTube. We're live on Facebook. We're live on Twitter. We're live on Instagram. We're basically live, different cameras all around. And I want to go over the market. I want to talk to you, reach out to you directly, my family, my friends, people that we connect on social media. The market has picked up dramatically since January 1. We were in a market and we were in a situation where the market was slower, seasonal slowdown, October, late October, November, December. It started to pick up a little bit towards the end of the year. I think the election made some real changes for people. I think once the election was over, people knew and felt a little bit more confident about just the direction that we were going because I think there was some uncertainty about you know who was gonna win, what was going to happen, and then once that happened, the new year, the winter season slowed down and ended, and now the market is picking up and it's on fire again. And what is causing this? Um, the first thing that you need to understand is that it's really a supply and demand issue that we're dealing with, right? At the end of the day, there are still just not enough properties on the market. So there is inventory that's out there, but the inventory is not enough to meet the demand of the buyers. And interest rates are high, right? I mean, interest rates are not at that 2 and 3%. They're hovering at that 7%. But what we are seeing is that people in the market are craving to move to buy places. Okay. So the first thing you need to know is that the market is very hot. So if you're thinking about selling, now is a good time to do that. You want to stop talking about it, stop thinking about it, call me, and we'll sell the property. At the same time, for my buyers that are out there, you keep telling me year after year, I'm going to buy, and that house that you wanted for 500,000 5 years ago is now costing you 850 to 900,000. It's just pricing people out. Okay. So if you're a buyer, you want to use the volatility in the market to try to make a move here. So the all of the madness and the craziness when supply and demand is tight, some people are getting a little bit afraid, and that's going to allow the buyer that's serious and positive to go through and be able to buy something. But fundamentally, we are still in the same situation where we just don't have enough inventory. So we are seeing homes are moving fast, and we're also seeing new migration patterns in the market because people are now being forced to go back to work. And so we're starting to see some of the people who left came back, some of the people who bought are going back out because the dynamics of their work situation is changing. So we're starting to go back to this place where there's 5, 6, 7, 10 offers. I give an example. In January, I put 27 homes under agreement. Okay, not the company, myself. And pretty much in every single one of those situations, we are in a pretty big battle. 7 offers, 10 offers, 15 offers. It's going back to a very busy and crazy time, and interest rates are high. And so, it's not like they're 2 or 3%. Pricing is high, interest rates are high. But the question is, what's causing this dynamic is there's just still no inventory out there. Okay. It got a little better, but we're going back to these historic low levels. And so it's just a supply and demand market. The market can't go anywhere if the inventory numbers don't change. No matter what really happens, people still need a place to live. And I think what we're seeing, at least in gateway cities of like Lowell, Lawrence, Haverhill, Nashua, Manchester, New Hampshire, Salem, Mass, those cities are taking off right now. Okay, they are. You're seeing a return to people coming back into the cities where COVID, a lot of people left the cities. We're now starting to see the reemergence of everybody coming back. Manchester, New Hampshire is one of the hottest markets, and we're selling a lot of properties in Manchester right now. But that's one of the hottest markets in the country because it's a city, it's affordable, it has unique product in the mills. And so we're starting to see a lot of a transition back. When people are coming back and looking at pricing and saying Manchester's affordable, it's better priced than Nashua, better price than Haverhill, it's better price than Lowell. So people are pushing in even more north. Okay. So, what I want you to be thinking about is when you see the turmoil in the world, tariffs, uncertainty about all of the issues that can happen with interest rates. The reality is the fundamentals are there's just not enough inventory, especially in Massachusetts and New Hampshire. There's not a lot of construction that's happening. If the tariffs do take effect, that will even put a more struggle on construction for our area. So we're seeing a really return of a crazy market. It's back. It's competitive. It's hard to get anything. It's really hard to win right now. So you want to use these opportunities of these dips. Like over the weekend, we had people that were looking over the weekend, and I know Brad's on. You want me to bring you on the video, Brad? But we had people over the weekend that I had some buyers who were like, I'm a little nervous. Tariffs are happening. I don't know, the world's going to fall apart. And the truth is, I said, listen, there's not a lot of homes. There's going to take a lot to change the dynamics in the housing market. And, then the people that stood the course, they were able to win this weekend. And we were able to I was able to get 7 different people to lock in, and we've been looking for weeks through the pullback. And just like in the stock market went down for a day, and then it just bounced right back up. Real estate's the same thing. There'll be these little bumps in this volatility, but you got to stay the course. So if you are thinking about buying or selling, you got to let me know. We will help you with this. We need inventory. We want it. And, every day we're looking for potential sellers and buyers to try to help them navigate this complicated market. Okay. But I think the worst thing to do is you put your head in the sand, because I have friends who said to me, hey, Chris, I want to buy a house in like 2015, but I'm waiting for the market to turn. And then in 2016, I'm waiting. 2017, I'm gonna set it out. 2020, I mean, literally 10 years has gone by. And if they bought the house 9 years ago, 10 years ago, the value would have doubled. And so you don't want to do that, and you can't be in that situation. And you can't be fearful. You have to be bold, and you have to make decisions to move forward in your life. If you look historically, the real estate market does pull back, but it always goes back to a higher level. Okay. It's why your grandparents and great grandparents' houses were selling for, much less than they are. I mean, great grandparents' houses were selling for 2,000 or 3,000. How was that possible? It's possible because inflation. Back then, you could buy a house for 2,000 to 3,000, and the prices continue to go up, and housing has gone up. Everybody has a story of somebody in their family who bought a house for $2,000 and they sold it for like $2 million, like Somerville, like Cambridge, in these markets. But really, anyway, long term, the real estate will go up. Okay, so what we want to make sure that we're doing is we're still being confident, and you're being bold, and you're not letting these little fluctuations impact you, because the truth is the market is red hot again right now, even with these high interest rates. I don't anticipate that rates are going to come down, because if homes are still going and they're going for over list, which they are, that means prices are going to continue to climb. If prices are continuing to climb, that's going to show up in the data. And when it shows up in the data, the government is going to say, at least Powell is going to say, hey, look, we can't. I mean, prices are still climbing at a rate that we're not comfortable to bring them down. Now, Trump has his different feelings, and it's hard to predict what he's doing. If he's blaming Powell and he uses him as a scapegoat, it's hard to predict. We can't control that, but what we can control is being bold, looking for the opportunity in the market, staying consistent, and getting in the game. Okay. I mean, if you stay in the game and you own real estate and you hold it long term, you are going to win long term. If you're short term in anything, stocks, real estate, it's uncertain. Day to day can change. So, what I'm seeing is a market right now, Lowell, Greater Lowell, Southern New Hampshire. We're even in battles down in Metro West, Marlboro. It's just incredibly competitive right now. We are seeing, yeah, I just got an email like a half hour ago and someone said, hey, you had a great offer. You were 30 over list and we had 17 offers and you weren't even like in the top 10. So this is returning to the market in Mass and New Hampshire. So you're hearing all this noise everywhere else, but the truth is it's competitive and it's hard to win. But you got to stay with it. You got to stay consistent. Don't let the use the fear that happens on the news on the day-to-day cycle is your opportunity to stay with it to get the buy because it's going to bounce right back is the likelihood. Okay. So if you need anything, we're here. That's what we do. I mean, we're out here grinding every single day, helping people buy, sell homes, commercial real estate, and it's competitive and it's a competitive market right now. So that's it. So we're live on every channel: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat. I know nobody likes Snapchat, the young kids do, but they're watching. So I'm here. If you have questions, if there's anything that we can help you with, that's what we want to do. I was talking to Brad, who was watching this right now before, and we were just talking about the market and how crazy the market is again. That even with interest rates and the payments, people are stretching their budgets and banks are allowing that credit score, that credit debt ratio to go up to almost 50%. So it's allowing people to go beyond their budget from what we could have done a couple of years ago where your debt ratio would have been much lower. Okay. So I know there are agents on here watching and following. Give me your comments. Are you seeing a crazy market return? We're seeing the feeding frenzy where we are. And that's just a result of this inventory crunch that we have been in and we're going to continue to be in until we see this inventory change. Okay. But let me tell you what's not going to help. Rental broker fees is not going to help. Unbelievably ridiculous proposals that can come from our government to do it. Fake programs are not going to help. You either need to build more inventory, you got to either get more supply, or you got to figure out how to get people who own their homes to sell and move. And that's a tough challenge with the rate environment that we're in. But I want to encourage you to stay consistent, stay positive, and trust me, you're going to see a market this year that's incredibly strong, and your home values are going to go up more than 3, 4, or 5%. It's just going to continue to climb because of the way that the market's going. If the tariffs go through in 30 days and there's no wood, what that means for New England is the cost of building housing is going to go up. It could pause or slow down construction, which just means our inventory crunch would even be tougher. It's unlikely that the tariffs do go through. If that's your position, then at the end of the day, there's no supply anyways. There's just not a lot of homes. So I don't think that what's happening in the world, which is scaring little people, is going to have much impact on what we're doing here in New England. So that's an update. I want to come to everybody on different channels and just let you know that things are back. The craziness is returning. The open house, the battles, the multi-offers, the over budgets. I'm starting to see inspections waived on most of the offers coming in again. And that's a change from 30, 60, 90 days ago. Hope that helps. Look forward to seeing you guys soon. Hit me up, message, let me know what you're seeing. I see Lisa O'Connell on here. We went to high school together. Durant now. Let me know what you're seeing. I bet you it's a crazy market. I know, Brad, you're on here. Matt Hammer, you're doing developments. I see you on here. You're doing a lot of planning on new projects. Give us your thoughts of what you see. And I know Mohammed's on here. He does a lot of the best appliance repair guy, Mohammed. Amin is on here. Give him a call if you need appliance repairs. We use him for all of our stuff. But the reality is the market is going to continue to be strong this year. This will be a great year for real estate, but a lot of battles because of the inventory. It's going to be tight. Look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks, everybody.